Hey guys, welcome to a new episode. It's pretty cold in Canada, so I'm gonna put my toque. I was late for loving you, baby. Anyway, this is a video response for Jex's favorite album cover. So let's start right now. First of all, I'm going to show you an album cover that is the least of my favorite. It's a good album, but the imagination for the album cover was really bad. So it's Ramatan. I would never buy this album on the fluke without listening to it because holy shit, it's really plain. Just the Ramatan, red and blue color, and that's it. Alright. One of my favorite album cover is Van Halen. So when you just look at it, it's just an angel having a smoke, and it's some kind of a child. So it's very weird. So yeah, I love it. Next up is Thomas Dolby, Aliens Ate My Buick. What I like about this album is it looks like a movie taken out of the 50s, and even the first song of the album is just a 50s tribute. So it's a good album too, so I like the way it's done. So next is 10 Year After. Shh, it's called. And the album is really like weird, like I mean, if you'd be on drugs, you'd be like, whoa, what is that? It's just a guy, his face is like appearing 3 times, and it's weird, but I love it. It's attractive. Alright, next. I got a guitar coming out of my head and I don't know what to do! So yeah, this I really love it because it's just a big head with a big guitar coming out, and his brain is like, oh my god. It really feels rock and roll, and the album is not bad, but yeah, I love it. Quiet Riot, Mental Health. What I like about it is just a guy, he's just insane, and I don't know, for me it's just the band is saying that we're crazy, but we're gonna do some good music for you guys. Next up is Pink Floyd. The album that I want to show, that I like about it is the one where there's the 2 guys shaking their hands. I love it because when you listen to Wish You Were Here and you look at that picture, it's really moving, you know, because you see that he's like missing his friend, and you know, I like looking at the album at the same time as listening to Wish You Were Here. So the next one is Peter Frampton Comes Alive. You know, there's nothing crazy about it, but what I really liked about it is it was a double feature album, and that's what interested me about it. I was like, 2 CDs. It's the first time I saw that, and I was like, wow, it's cool. So I listened to it, and I really liked it, and that's why I started listening to Peter Frampton. Okay, so next up is Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell. So yeah, just look at the album cover. It's art. I mean, it's just what is it? A guy coming out of hell with a bicycle, and I mean, there's a grave over there. It's just crazy. I'd like to know who the artist is because holy crap, it's crazy. And every Meatloaf album, I find they have really good album cover like this one here. I don't even know the album name. Let me look at it. It's Dead Ringer. I mean, it's just an epic guy with 2 girls and coming out of water with a bike. He seems to be escaping from everywhere. Escape from water, escape from hell. Yeah! So next up is Led Zeppelin, Presence. The reason why I love this album is just weird because he's worshipping some kind of statue. You can look here, there's the statue there. Then, I mean, the statue is just everywhere in every picture, and it's just kind of weird. I like the weird feeling of this album. Led Zeppelin 3. The reason why I love this one is because it's interactive. You can actually move the wheel on the cover and change the faces like this. I'm just gonna put it back in its place there. There you go. So, just to let you guys know, when Jex bought his Axe album, I bought this Led Zeppelin album at the same place at the same time. It was a great find. Next up is my favorite Kiss album, Hotter Than Hell. So this is in really rough shape, but you know it's it's a copy that's hard to come by. What I like about it is just, it seems like a Chinese commercial. It's just like, or a Japanese commercial. It's just like, come see us, it's the great Kiss, and you know, I love it. And here they seem to be doing crazy stuff, making love to a girl. Here's a naked girl, spitting fire. Anyway, they're crazy. Next up is an album I actually am surprised that Jex didn't mention it. It's Kick-Ass. I really love the way it's done. It's some kind of robot, I don't know, with eyes, and it's just an interesting album. And when you listen to it, it's just, wow. It's really like a great rock album. Heavy metal. Okay, next up is a French album. It's called Harmonium. I really like the art of it. It's just a guy who has a crap ton of instruments on him. And I think it has to do with the first song. He's talking about a musician that is really good and talk to him about his problems and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like the cover. And Harmonium has also another cool cover. It's called La Cinq Saison. And yeah, it's just a painting, really weird, like, I guess if you'd be on drug, it'd be a good album to look at. Yeah, it's a cool painting. Here's two rabbits there, I don't know. Yeah. Next is Gary Newman, Replicas. The reason why I put that is just, Gary Newman, for me, he just looked like a weird guy, and this album really represents him as a weirdly weird guy. And yeah, I love it. Next, Gang of Four, Entertainment. The reason why I love this album is just because of what's written on there. It says, the Indian smiles. He thinks that the cowboy is his friend. The cowboy smiles. He is glad the Indian is fooled. Now he can explain. Now you can't exploit him. So yeah, it just doesn't make sense in my mind. It's just, what the hell? And so that's why I love it. And yeah, what I like to say about this album is that the bass is incredible for the year. It's 1979, and the bass really sounds clean for the time it was in. So next up is, Jex mentioned it, is in his favorite cover album. It's Fuzz. He actually wanted to have the vinyl. I got it for this Christmas actually, and I really like the art. It's just detailed. There's a lot of detail in it, and it's a great painting. Next up is Fleetwood Mac. Album is just this guy. I think it's Fleetwood. He looks like him. I'm not sure, but he's a dwarf. He's throwing some kind of ball. I don't know. It gives me a Phantasm feel. I don't know why. And then there's just this tall guy. It just doesn't make sense. It's just art, I guess. And then there's the whole album band over here. So next up is Dead from Above 1979. Just like the elephant nose here. And it's also an interactive album where you pull it out and it takes off, and it's all the lyrics from the band, the album. So the same thing is for Coldplay here. What I like about it is that it's an interactive album where you can take it out and you can see all the graffiti that's on there. It's really nice. It's also like that on the other side. Next up, I picked this one because the reason I started listening to this is because I saw the cover and I was like, whoa, I gotta listen to this, and it was great. I was really young, I was a teenager at the time. It's Boston. So my dad was subscribed to Columbia, and he had to order a lot of CDs per month, and he had a big stash of CDs, and I saw this. I was like, I have to listen to this, and it's so good. So Boston. So last but not least are two Black Sabbath albums. So Black Sabbath, the first one. At first, I thought this lady here was Ozzy, but he honestly doesn't look like that. I don't know why I thought that, but it's a nice picture. It's all blurry and it's a creepy lady in the front with a creepy house in the background. I love it. And here is another Black Sabbath album, Mob Rules. It's a weird painting. It's really nice. It's just a bunch of ghosts, one with a whip. Yeah, it's voodoo. No, it's Mob Rules, yeah. And with Dio. Love it. So anyway guys, this was my favorite cover albums. I know I had a lot to go on with, but I hope you really like it. Have a good day.